Hi, everyone, and welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines in order to sell them. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News, and today we're going to be talking about the 2024 Zero S electric motorcycle. The S is a brand new offering from Zero this year as part of its street line and boasts an MSRP of $14,995. So, let's dive deeper into what exactly this EV offers. But for that, we're going to go straight to the OEM source. Joining me today to give an overview of the 2024 S is Jeremy Kent, Vice President of Marketing at Zero Motorcycles. Jeremy, thank you so much for hopping on to speak with us today.
Great to be here. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. All right, so to start us off, can you give us a brief introduction to this model? What kinds of customers are looking for this vehicle?
So the new 2024 Model S, the genesis of it kind of comes from two areas. The first is we have a growing population of riders that were really interested in the performance of our pinnacle models, but looking for something that was maybe a little bit more in the range of their specific budget. And so we set out to build a product that had some of the similar ride characteristics of a model like the SRF, but was something that was a little bit more cost conscious. It's been part of the journey at Zero since the beginning, is sort of democratizing the electric experience for people. The second place that it came out of was an additional cohort of what we call motorcycle intenders, or people who haven't gotten into the sport of motorcycling and are really attracted by the ease of learning to ride on an electric motorcycle, where there's, obviously there's no clutch, there's no shifting, there's less vibration, there's a little less to focus on. And those two things sort of came together over the past few years in what today we introduced as Model S.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, what are the main selling points of the S?
So I would say that the S is really like an incredible option for people who are looking for all the excitement you get on a premium electric motorcycle, but for really a fraction of the price. It's still very much a premium bike, and it shares a lot of the same core characteristics you'll see from our other street models. So we're talking about sort of sleek, that naked sport styling, that acceleration you always hear people talk about on electric form factors, multiple ride modes that we have in all the bikes in this series, obviously an integrated digital UX and mobile app, and then all of that sort of backed by the almost 200 million miles of experience that Zero owners around the world have enjoyed. That's helped inform us how we make great product choices.
Okay. Now, can you break down the specs a little bit for us for this model?
Yeah, sure. The Model S has has our Z-Force 14.4 kilowatt capacity battery offering. It gives us about 150 miles city range and about 100 miles range on the highway. In terms of speed and power, it tops out over 100 miles an hour. It's got that signature 97 foot-pounds of torque that just gives it a really, really strong, quick acceleration off the line. We wanted to maintain as much of that power and that performance that we see in all these first ride experiences. People first get a chance to throw a leg over the bike at a dealer demo or at a friend's house. So all of that is very much packed inside the Model S as well. So it's got a 3 kilowatt onboard charger, and then there's some additional accessories you can add on for further reduced charge speeds. And curb weight comes in a little under 500 pounds. And one of the things I'm struck by, and we hear a lot from ride reviews and from first-time riders, is because of the battery in relation to an internal combustion bike, it's got a very low center of gravity. It's got a pretty easy standover height on the bike and a really compact cockpit. So very easy bike for you to get on, very easy bike for you to handle in relation to maybe a gas equivalent of the same capacity.
Okay. Now, how does the S differ from its sister models in the street line, the SRS and the SRF?
So I would say the main difference is the Z-Force 75/7 motor. Again, it said 97 foot-pounds of torque, about 68 horsepower. So it's a slightly more modest performance profile than the Pinnacle SRS and SRF models, but it gives you a lot of the same riding characteristics of those bikes. So you're making a small compromise in power but not much in performance for what I would consider to be sort of a fraction of the price. It's got a really similar riding position to the SRF, being a naked sport bike. For folks that, we've got an additional model that's launching this year, the DS, and that is a bike that maybe is for folks that want a more upright riding position or folks that are a little bit taller. So the Model S is for somebody that I think wants a little bit more of a performance position with a bike that's super, super easy to ride. There's some additional sort of minor spec differences, but you can think about it essentially as a pinnacle street naked sport package and our opening price point.
Okay. Yeah, good to know. All right. So with this being an EV, I understand that any, service related issues are going to be different from gas powered bikes. Now,
Sure.
have there been any service issues with the S model line in the past that, you guys have had to deal with? Have you, addressed those on the S, or, what do you have to service on your bikes?
Sure. Well, first I'll say that, we continue to make near-term progress and some pretty serious long-term investments in our own diag technology stack. It's a really important part of being a great OE, and certainly specific to electric, because obviously EVs are a little bit different form factors and engineered products than internal combustion. And we've made a strong commitment to our dealer partners to make the servicing of our bikes easier and easier over time, because a lot of them, this may be one of the only electrics that they have in their stores. The 2024 Model S is built like our SRS and SRF on our Cypher 3 operating system and powertrain. So it has the most modern technology stack that we offer in our business today. And we've seen really amazing overall quality metrics and service metrics on this product in relation to anything we've done in the past.
Excellent. And I mean, what would be the service issues that a technician would have to deal with on this model?
Beyond normal maintenance and service, if somebody has, potentially a firmware fault or something that the bike is trying to understand something that's going on in a certain state of charge. Usually those are things that are pretty easily diagnosed with our diag tech stack that's at a certified dealer.
Okay. All right. And so now what is Zero Motorcycles doing to help the dealer move these new units?
Yeah. So we're excited to continue to see that our global dealer network continues to expand. We're in 40 countries. And I would say within that expansion, we've only further recognized the importance of being great partners to our dealer network and helping them, particularly in these sort of economic times of what I'll call just general uncertainty. It's just making sure that we have their back as partners. And I'd say, as it pertains to this model, we're more focused than ever this season on just creating a super positive experience for our potential customers that are coming into our dealer partners. So whether that's supporting demo events, and there's a ton of those that are going on in North America, as well as across Europe and APAC, as well as just supporting them from a digital marketing perspective and making sure that we're helping to get the word out to our growing universe of leads, and doing a little bit of the upfront education for what they can expect when they come in for a demo ride, and helping to maybe eliminate some of the high level questions that dealers may get before we're sending those folks in to throw a leg over the bike and take a spin.
All right. Now, final question for you. What are some of the most popular accessories for the Model S, or just the S line in general?
Great question. So, we have thousands of owners around the world that rely on Zeros as their everyday commuter bikes. You see a lot of this in online forums. We see it in our own owner community. And so I'd say first and foremost, those core community accessories are very popular. We've got a whole ecosystem of accessories that are compatible with this bike. It's one of the benefits of this being one of a set of 3 or 4 models in this street family, is that there's been a set of accessories that have been built around commuting. There's a whole lot of design upgrades that are also really popular in these bikes for people to kind of get into customization. So you see some new bikes come out with sort of a small set of accessories. This is a bike you can get into, and you can find dozens of options to sort of help you across storage, comfort, even charge and power upgrades that are more electronic accessories. And then something we just launched recently that we're super excited about is the new Tesla Tap Mini. It is a NACS charge plug that allows our bikes to be charge compatible in one of the 40,000 level 2 destination charge systems that Tesla has around the country. And that's been super, super popular since that came out last month.
I can imagine so. I did see the news about the Tesla Tap Mini, and I think it's a very smart move to, manufacture something that's at probably some of the most popular chargers I see around the country.
Yeah, and I think one of the myths that we take responsibility to help dispel is that it's difficult to find charging for EVs in general, and partnering on this product and putting out this Tesla Tap is just kind of one of many steps we're taking to help people just get a little more educated on how many charge stations there may be, even in their own little town. I mean, when I first started at Zero, I discovered charge stations I didn't know existed behind the library or town hall or downtown near the grocery store. And this is just the next step in that journey for us to sort of democratize the experience.
Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today, Jeremy, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us about the 2024 Zero S. For more information about the Street line or to become a Zero dealer, head to zeromotorcycles.com. And as always, stay tuned to MPN for more of the latest and greatest in motorcycle and powersports news.